Hello everyone, on Consolidated with me, Winner and Trade. I'm now doing a timeline video for the series I did as the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth on the 1789 scenario. So yeah, Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth over here, basically surrounded by giants, kind of, considering Prussia really hasn't rose to greatness just yet, or basically just as strong as the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth even after the first partition that's already happened at this point. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this timeline started because this thing is quite long, to be honest. So, yeah, had to kinda get things stabilized at first, at the very least, when it comes to all the land I got there. So, yeah, spent a while dealing with that stuff. I think that there's, yep, Canada already declared independence from Britain. Man. But I don't think there's really going to be that much going on around the world besides stuff like that. Right at the beginning of this, Britain just took over Hanover after it declared independence, which I did get involved in trying to get some of the other Germanic states to finish off Hanover first. But I failed at really doing that. But, yeah. Mexico declared independence of Spain basically there. Same is going to happen for all the others down there as well. Let's see. First big thing that really happened is Prussia here. Yep, there we go. That war started, I go towards Prussia and take advantage of that. And try to invade Spain, consider Britain, considering they're getting invaded by Morocco. But yeah, that kind of failed quite badly, so just went ahead and into the war with Prussia itself, took Prussia there, just leaving in with that stuff, and eventually annexed them afterwards. And when I did eventually manage to get peace with Britain, I just took a bit of lands they had over here in Hanover. And yeah, got all that stuff there, annexed the vassal I had up there as well. United States took that during all that chaos as well. Because I actually got the United States to go towards United Kingdom during that. So, yeah. At this point, I kind of start cleaning up northern Germany a bit, I think. Tokugawa's at the war with the Queen Qing there, whatever. Along with a few other countries now, and yeah. They capitulated. Twice. So, China's already basically been destroyed at this point. Spain's going on a conquest in the Americas at this point as a result of all their colonies declaring independence. Morocco does control all of that over there in England at this point, which honestly is kind of annoying and weird as well. Russia going into the Balkans. I really did not like that. I got Austria to join in on that war, and then I went to war with them myself, and yeah. I absolutely had to do that, without question. Because if they finished those wars there, I would not really stand much of a chance at actually beating them anytime soon. So I had to try and take advantage of that to destroy Russia at that point. And yeah, I managed to expand it quite a bit. As you can see there, got all of Finland even. But yeah, that's basically all I do for a while, I think, because it takes a while for me to get all that province built up. But yeah, let's see what else is going on. Not a lot, to be honest. Let's see. Okay, Ottoman Empire just stretched all the way over there, taking a bunch of those countries over in the Caucasus. Great. Which leads to Russia going toward the Ottoman Empire again. So yeah, they go and do that. Around this time is when I realized that and tried to just deal with the Ottoman Empire myself before Russia got around to it. And failed because I only managed to take some of those border provinces there before they capitulated to Russia. So, let's go to war with Russia for a second time. took everything in the Balkans and Turkey from them and expanded the border over here slightly, getting a bit closer to St. Petersburg over there. But with that there, I've kicked Russia out of the Middle East once again, basically. Austria took over France, or at least a good chunk of them there, and just took over Sweden as well. Honestly not that much left going on here. Ottoman Empire is having trouble dealing with things here. Straight settlements over here took over Denmark along with other countries, I think. Leaving Denmark, Norway up there, which is that stuff. France gets involved, takes more stuff. I think that might actually be... Yeah, that's when they end up forming a union with the Ottoman Empire. I really hate the unions that the AI does in this, because they literally make no sense whatsoever, fucking ever. Venice is slowly uniting Italy over here, and also has a bit of colonies going on over here in Alaska as well. I'm taking my slow time, taking my time over here, building myself up. Russia going into the Middle East again, taking over more of the Ottoman Empire again. That was really annoying. I go after Austria there, took quite a bit of land off them, got all Sweden and took back the lands that was lost in the first partition there, and a bit more stuff elsewhere, and got them as a vassal as well. So, and at this point with Austria as a vassal, they don't actually try and declare independence like the 2 times I got Russia as a vassal, because previous 2 wars I had with Russia, I did get them as a vassal afterwards, but they didn't declaring independence afterwards because I was just not strong enough to keep control of them. But yeah, let's see. Go to war with Russia again, I'm pretty sure, soon, to kind of kick them back out and everything. Middle East and all that. Okay, Tokugawa and Japan. Japan and Russia to war with each other there now. So this is basically when Russia took over all of that, huh? Man. And then, I think, this is when I went to war with Russia for a 3rd time, I think. Because I don't think it was long after that war happened, so I did it. Yep. There we go. Got that. Took basically most of the Caucasus off of them and everything in the Middle East and all the stuff they had gotten in Africa and stuff there. And I think I may have got them as a vassal for a 3rd time. They actually managed to keep them as a vassal for a while, if I remember correctly. But they eventually do declare independence, considering this war right here, which was honestly very painful. I ended up taking all that and just giving the rest of that to Russia, because I didn't really want to bother with that stuff, but I think the fact that I gave that land to Russia is what ended up leading to them declaring independence from me again, because that made them strong enough to start wanting independence again. Yeah. So, not a great decision for me, I guess. But it makes borders look better and everything, so whatever. But at this point, Spain controls most of Canada, I guess. Great. Africa's kind of just kind of mess. I got that stuff there in Africa as well, because I had to go to war with that country to get that island up there, because they controlled it for whatever reason. East India Company controls the rest of France now, Iceland, this stuff in North Africa, and that's there too. Kind of annoying, but I eventually started getting things cleaned up and everything. All the borders and all that. So soon I should get that sorted out, I think. With those horrible borders. Let's have that stuff over here. Yeah. And that's 3rd war with Russia. I got Taiwan. bit of Japan there, and also took over the Philippines there and other stuff as well. Annexed Austria finally and cleaned up everything over there too. Border cleaned up in Africa there. East India Company taking over all that. And at this point I go after Venice, I think. And that war ends up being a pain in the ass when that eventually happens. I'm just going to guess I'm basically just getting prepared for the war currently. Okay, got that stuff there done. France and Spain and East India Company at war with each other now. So yeah, I think that's probably when I started preparing for the war with Venice. I think. Okay, there we go. And yeah, kind of had to split that war into two phases. There's that first assault that went horribly, basically, and then I kind of had to just start holding a line before I started advancing again, so I guess actually 3 phases in the war. And when I eventually managed to get peace, I took a bit of land in the north and got them as a vassal, and then just fucking annexed them afterwards, once I was able to. Because I was not going to fight another fucking war with them. They're too damn strong. For whatever reason. And if I remember correctly, looking at things while I was editing the video for that stuff there, Venice lost half their population in that war. That's how much they were fighting. They ended up throwing half their population at me just to try and prevent me from taking them over. So, yeah. At this point, went after Morocco, got all of England's there, tried to get peace, they didn't accept, so I had to go in and deal with that. Lost basically my entire army, just sending them from England's down to Morocco, because how large Morocco's army was. And they had so many troops out here at sea for whatever reason. But yeah, by the time I landed over here, I had like 2 million left out of what was 10 million, I think. And I had to get other countries to go to war in order to fit an end to that war there, because there's not any way I was going to be able to actually finish that myself without it just dragging on for a long time. So, yeah, got Morocco dealt with there, dealing with provinciality, getting all that stuff cleaned up when it comes to borders there in Africa at this point. And now cleaning that stuff up over there. And let's see, I think at this point I dealt with what was left of Britain. Yep, there we go. And of course colonize the rest of Australia right there. Get that filled in. And then I start taking all that stuff off the East India Company, just buying all of it slowly and colonizing the Sahara there, getting all that dealt with, taking all that, just cleaning things up, and then finish off the Ottoman Empire once and for all. And yeah, at this point, push down a bit, taking more of that lands there. With trade deals, I think. Just get more of northern Africa under my control. There we go. And finish taking Australia there. So at this point, I'm not sure. What did I do next? United States and Spain are at war with each other. East India Company and Russia are at war with each other, so next thing I do is my 4th war with Russia. Yeah, because it took a while before I realized that war, I think, was happening there. And I did not attempt on getting Russia as a vassal this time around, which is the reason why I took so much fucking land. But the East India Company did sadly capitulate before I managed to defeat Russia, so Russia got quite a bit of lands there, but worked out for me because that much more lands for me. And of course Spain won that war over there against the United States easily. And yeah, at this point, it's kind of just cleaning up everything over here in Asia a bit, and then just dealing with the rest of the world, pretty much. I'm only like 2/3 of the way through this timeline, I think, because there's over 6,000 turns. I wasted a lot of fucking time later on in this series dealing with crap. But yeah, took forever to deal with province-ability for all that land I got, of course. So it takes a while before I actually get around to doing anything there, but I eventually get around to it. Rebellions going on over here against Spain. Canada got independence along with Florida and some other countries, I guess. Yeah. Okay, I finally started cleaning things up over here. Got province-ability done. So yeah, got that stuff there. Take that stuff off of East India Company, buying all that. So that's basically my final borders over here for now until I go to war and take all that stuff. Start buying things over here off of Spain, just make the borders look better and clean up the massive mess that's up here. Finish off Russia in a 5th war, because there's really no point in keeping them around at that point. And now, just gotta finish things off there. And I got all that stuff done. So at this point, I think I go and start pushing into Africa more, taking the rest of the Arabian Peninsula and this stuff over here, finishing those countries off. Cape of Good Hope and Spain went to war with each other there. And yeah, that war causes a lot of chaos up there in America. I got all that stuff there, starts cleaning up borders and all that as well, of course. Make things look better. Got that country, so Cape of Good Hope to deal with that country there. So they'd clean up that stuff. And got Spain to clean up all the other smaller countries that was around there as well. Just to reduce the amount of countries that are left in the world. And at this point, I started working on this bit, trying to deal with a lot of that stuff, get more of Canada in my control. Got the East India Company and Dutch East Indies go to war with each other over there, because they're the ones with the largest armies at this point, and then I wiped them out myself. And really only had them go to war with each other because I didn't want to deal with all their entire armies by myself. I wanted them to kill each other's troops first to make things easier for me. And at this point, yeah, there's not much left considering Spain and Cape of Good Hope only have like 1 million or 2 troops, if I remember correctly, from this point on. While I easily have over 10 million, I think. But as a result of all this fighting going on, there's a lot of fucking rebellions. The happiness is super low due to the amount of plundering that's been going on. So, yeah. Unrest super high, happiness super low. None of the land is very stable. So you got tons of rebellions happening all the fucking time. Which is kind of what's really slowed me down a bit, I feel like. Because I kind of tried to slowly get all that, thought of that land and deal with all that stuff, so I wouldn't have to deal with it later. But that ended up kind of backfiring on me, I feel like. And yeah, I got the rest of Canada fully under control there, basically. Slowly expanding, getting stuff down there as well now. Honestly, I'm kind of just genuinely surprised at how well the Cape of Good Hope managed to do against Spain, considering Spain is definitely stronger than they were, but they managed to stay on the offensive the entire war, basically. At this point, they finally got peace with each other. finally starts cleaning things up over here, making that border look a little bit better, making a straight line across, pretty much. Very least, best I could make a straight line. But of course, still got tons of rebellions happening as a result of all the unrest and everything. So Spain's losing more and more land. Yeah. I'm slowly expanding down here, taking advantage of all that stuff. The Cape of Good Hope is at war with Spain again. And more countries join in on that. And yeah. That's the end of Spain. Reduced down to that there, and a strip of land over there, that stuff, and Pennsylvania, basically. That's all they have left. At this point, I deal with the Cape of Good Hope and finish them off. That war is a lot longer than I would have liked, to be honest. Then I go and deal with that country, getting all that stuff. And then after that, it's basically just finish things up, finally. Okay, deal with Brazil, then deal with Spain. After that, and Brazil and Spain go to war with each other, basically for the same reason I had the East India Company and Dutch East Indies go to war with each other, because I didn't really like how large Brazil's army was still at that point. But yeah, cleaning things up over here now. Next up is Mexico, New Spain. And that's war there. Like 55,000 casualties for me and 2 million for them. It's a complete fucking massacre. Because that was just due to how large the technology difference between the two of us were. And then of course finished off last two there very easily. So yeah, there's a timeline. That took lots longer than I expected, to be honest. Let's go through this thing. But yeah, took over the entire world and everything. Basically got a billion population at this point. Add on the 14.5 million troops onto that, so over 15 billion, over a billion population, I think. But yeah, there is the end of this video, I guess. Guess I don't really have anything else to add here at the end. So yeah, there is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.